Howdy folks, Dr. Groovy here. I was over at the Talk Bass forums strictly because I got an email that I get at least once a week that has different topics on it, and I'll go just check them out. But one that was interesting, and I'd just like to hear from you guys what you guys think. This is something that's kind of weird because the topic is, should I, and this was bass players, but we'll take it all the way across to guitar players and everything else. Should I change my instrument, depending on what kind of gig I'm doing? So basically, should you have a whole bunch of different instruments around and bring a cool pointy thing to a gig that you're playing like 80s tunes? Or should they bring something real subtle because to every single gig because they're bass players and they only need one instrument, and it must look like either a piece of tree or a piece of rock or a piece of lots of trees. No solid finishes allowed. That type of thing. So, I want to know what you think, because this actually comes down to the opinion of the people that are watching you. So you're trying to create a look. Or not. Or you just don't give a shit. And this is what I just want to simply ask you guys. I will not block anybody unless you say something derogatory about me personally. I honestly want to see what you guys have to say, and I think it'll help others who read the comments as well. Okay? So I'll give you a quick tour around with what I have and let you know what I have found to be personally true in all my years of things. And men and women are different. And again, this is not for other musicians. Yeah, I know you want to bring something, that's the most amazing thing that you think would get other musicians off and play that. But really, you're going to be playing for an audience of men and women who generally don't give a flying rat's ass what you're playing, as long as the beat's good and you can dance to it. So let's go on with this little subject because I am, okay? There it is. Women love it. No matter what you do, women love it, okay? Consider it. Pull it out for a few songs if you have one where you only need one pickup. It's just fun. Every person in the world tends to dig a Paisley guitar, especially if it doesn't have to be pink. So those are always cool. Now, what I have found out about women, this is not women musicians, this is women in general. They like a fairly normal looking guitar. They hate things that look like they're made out of a tree. And they hate pick guards, and they love anything that's blue. A pretty blue is what they like. Okay, so basses that look like wood, because they are wood. The Ken Smiths, the Olympics, pretty much everything that looks like wood where you can see through it, women really hate. I've heard it from, hundreds. It looks like you're playing a coffee table, and that's all they got to say about it. It could be, an amazing piece of artwork, and it looks like a coffee table. Okay, so you're up there with your beautiful Padula. Looks like a coffee table every single time. Women also hate this. Flame maple. Quilted maple. A real nice PRS with that whale blue, mild deep looking quilted maple. They hate it. This kind of thing. Anything that looks like wood grain that's being shown through it, they hate it. Anything that is distressed or beaten to a pulp or that type of thing, women hate it. One little scratch on it, it freaks them out. Do they love the pink PRS? Love it. Solid color and the same color as Grandma's bathroom. Women love that. When they're dancing by at a country gig and you have a pink paisley, as are fairly abundant these days, you got two people doing a little cowboy cha-cha. I know some of you don't know what that is and don't care, it doesn't matter. But they have a hold of each other and are dancing and do little spins or circles on the dance floor. The women will always look up and go, pretty! And as soon as they turn, the guy will turn around, fag. So that's the way that plays out. Women like this, as far as basses go. They hate vintage. Chicks and guys dig things like this. That's always cool and interesting to them. Even though most of them that are made out of acrylic are junk, like those Galveston things and so many others. There's very few that have been made well. And again, a whole bunch of this. Chicks dig it. Get it purple. Chicks dig it. Get it that pretty blue. Chicks dig it. Okay, guys. Guys always like flying V's and snakes. Did I mention flying V's? And anything pointy and cool. That's kind of a dude's guitar. Don't know that a chick would actually... They might dig it. I can't think of anybody that hates that guitar. But, of course, this would kind of be played at a special thing, or would it? Would you play that at a country gig? Country people have Marshall Stacks and Les Pauls now. You know, so... of course, most everybody will dig this guitar. Musicians... They love so many different things. Would you be caught dead playing that at any gig? If you had to go play an 80s gig, would you put that or this on? Would you put this on and play it if you owned it? Would you play this? Would anybody play this ever? Okay, so that's kind of what I'm asking is, oh, again, women eye candy, right there. The Liberace guitar. These are actually my nudie guitars. If you guys don't know the nudie suits, then maybe look them up. These are always cool. Everybody likes polka dots. It tends to go over. But, again, this is for just the general public. What do you think it matters to the general public what you are on stage with? Do they expect you to play a pointy guitar at a metal show? The guys, probably, I'm thinking. You tell me the difference. Do you have to have a big jazz box thing? I can't see it because it's hidden. Most of my guitars are hidden. But tell me what you think. This is beautiful to pretty much everybody. This crook with the paisley. That's hard to say is beautiful. Do you have to show up at every country show with that? Okay, so I think that is basically it. Should you basically accessorize going to a show? Do you think it's important? Or do you think, well, I'm a bass player and everything stays exactly the same. I leave it in one position and I play a Fender P bass always, forever, and screw the situation. Okay, so would you play that? And do you honestly think it matters from show to show, or from style of music to style of music? Does the visual aspect matter? And please let us know for large shows where you're actually like a signed band, or if you're just playing the animal circuit, being the Eagles, Elks, Moose Lodges, and so forth. So, what is your opinion? What have you witnessed firsthand? Does it matter? Where does it matter? Do you find the same thing that women hate wood grain or wood-colored things and think they look like coffee tables? Share with everybody your personal experiences, or if you just flat do not give a shit. And also, tell me how much better you like this camera, being that with my shaky hands, it is a little more stable now. I know I'm making you dizzy with spinning around, but it shouldn't be so jittery. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to toss this up there and just let you guys simply discuss it. And maybe other people will be helped by this. Not everybody's going to have this kind of a selection. Some people might and have a totally different selection because they wouldn't be caught dead playing a single guitar of mine. Not everything's for everybody. That's why it's great that there are a gazillion different axes out there. Something for everybody. Always will be. Okay? So, the doctor is in. Don't be guitarded. And think about it. Think about that. Okay? Talk to you guys soon. Looking forward to the comments. Take care.